Good
Fine.
afternoon.
Okay, so we are all
Good
here
afternoon,
today
ma'am.
in
Hello.
this session. Instructions that you pass on to the computer. So this code that you're talking about, it has to be written in a particular programming language. Okay, so there are many programming languages, just like we speak languages amongst ourselves. In computers, among computers, we use programming languages to communicate with a computer. Okay, so Python is one of the programming languages. So you can write instructions in Python to do many things, as you said. Okay, for example, the operating system you're using, it is a program. Okay, it's a collection of programs. It's not a single program, it is a collection of programs. And the application PyCharm that you just installed, that is also a program. Okay, that is an application program. The Zoom client that you're using for this call, that is a application program. So each and every application uh, needs to be developed with the help of a certain programming language. Okay, and Python is one of those languages. Fine. And who developed Python? Can you see this person here? I'm sharing the screen, right? Can you all see my screen? Can you see this person? He is called the father of Python. He is Guido van Rossum. He is called the father of Python. This person developed the programming language, Python programming language. Okay, and hence is called the father of Python. And he also worked at Google. Okay, he worked at Google and he worked at Dropbox, and he has contributed so much for the Python programming language since inception. Okay, when he first released this language, it was called Modula 3, and later on it was named as Python. So when you install PyCharm, you might have noticed this icon, right? And the name Python. Can you tell me what it indicates? What Python indicates? What might
Ma'am, a
this?
snake.
Snake?
Python is a snake.
Right? And the symbol is also, it also represents snake, right? Do you
Yeah,
think
ma'am, it has two snakes, two different
the
snakes.
person named it not after the snake, but he named it after a show or something called Monty Python.
Yes, very good, Ira. So Ira has the details. So the Guido van Rossum, father of Python, he was fond of a TV show which was called Monty Python. It was a comedy show, Monty Python's Flying Circus. So this was a very popular TV show back in 1970s, which he was very fond of, and so he named his programming language as Python. And the symbol, the icon, it also shows two snakes, but it doesn't, the snake has nothing to do with the Python programming language. Okay, just to clarify this. Okay, this is the show which he was fond of. It was a comedy show, okay, which was very popular those days. Okay, so we see that this Python has become a very popular programming language according to the statistics. Okay, it is being used by many. Let me show you. Let me just. Okay, so there are many people who are joining. Hello, Albin. We have Albin here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Albin. Good afternoon.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, this is Srihari, ma'am. I don't think my mother informed you, but then I'll be leaving class at 4 because I have basketball classes.
Okay, Srihari, no issues. We'll be doing a bit of hands-on before that then. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So firstly, the Python is an open source programming language. It's called open source programming language because, the source code, that is the code, is open to all, as the name suggests. There are many developers out there who are contributing this to the programming language. Okay. So
can you show the website?
yes, so this is you can take a look here. It is already open, I guess. Let me share it. It's taking a while to switch. It's hung for some reason.
I think you've only shared the presentation, so
No.
yeah.
No, let me share this with you. It is already there, but it is hung since I've opened many applications here. So it seems to be, taking a lot of time to load. Okay. So this is the repository. You can see Can you see the GitHub
Can you send
repository?
in the chat?
No, we
box?
can't see.
Okay, it takes some time to load. Let us wait. Can you see this? Can you see the
No.
repository? Yeah, so this is the repository where you can find all the code for
Ma'am, we
Python.
cannot see it, ma'am. You're only sharing one of these.
Okay,
Share the full screen, ma'am.
I'm sharing it. It has been paused, unfortunately. Let me resume. Yeah, can you see it now?
No,
No,
ma'am.
I don't think it.
Okay, let me share again then. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me share again. So how about now? Is it visible?
Now it's visible.
Yes, ma'am. Now it's visible.
Yeah, so you can see that, there are how many commits? Millions of, there are many commits, right? You can see so many people are contributing for this programming language because this is open source, as many people are contributing towards the
Ma'am,
development
where
of
do
this
we, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, where do we like what is the use of these Python codes? Like, where do we upload that type?
I will come to that. I will come to that now. We are going
Yeah,
to
ma'am,
that
like
now.
any device or something?
Yes. So Python is used many places. For example, the
Like, what is the use of this
yeah,
Python
yeah.
format?
Yes, it can be used in databases. It can be used to build websites. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
It can be used to, yes, it can
Ma'am,
be used to
how
create
does this
simple
work?
scripts also. Yes.
Like, how does this work?
You
I'll
write.
come to that. I'll come to that. I'll come to that. So can you see this? Can you see this picture? Can you
Yes,
recognize
ma'am.
these?
There are all the online websites.
Yes, ma'am.
Just websites?
No, ma'am.
No.
Like everything.
Yeah.
There are
Yeah,
different
Companies.
organizations.
yes, they're
PayPal,
different.
Google.
Correct. So
Or
what is,
Netflix.
yes, do you recognize each one of them? So can you guess what is common to all these?
They all
Google.
use
Giants?
Python.
They all use
Yes, they,
Bytes.
Python.
yes, they use
Python, ma'am.
they use Python programming language in some way or the other. Okay.
Ma'am,
Even the space.
the most common things now is Google.
Google uses Python. They say, they have this saying. So the Google says,
Yeah, ma'am. So are we gonna make this like to make some apps that are?
you will be making apps eventually. Okay.
Wow,
Starting
super.
from writing simple programs, you will be creating games, simple games during this course. Okay. You will be
Ma'am,
building two projects
this
during the
course,
course.
is this one also like should we make a project like the normal courses?
Yes, you will have to create projects. You will be asked to create two projects during the course. Okay.
Ma'am, now can you show the codes?
Shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we
Of
see
course.
how easily we can start
Yes, ma'am.
learning Python? So that is also
Ma'am,
one
like
of the
today, what are we
main
gonna do in this
reason.
class?
So Yashwin, we will be doing, so during the class, you shouldn't be interrupting when I'm speaking. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we will be learning everything, and I will be leading the session. Okay. I'll be taking this forward. Okay. You will be introduced to this programming language, and we will do, we will be writing a couple of programs. We'll be writing 2 or 3 programs. So you understand what this Python is all about. So now that you know that this is a very popular programming language, we'll see how easily we can start learning this program. So everybody, you can open your PyCharm. Okay. If you have PyCharm, you can open PyCharm, or those who are using Windows, you can open your command prompt. You go to start menu. Can you see my terminal here? I'm sharing my terminal.
Yes, we can see it.
Yes.
Yes,
You can
ma'am.
click on start menu and click on command or search for command prompt.
Where
Okay,
does
you
start
just
menu
type.
in this one?
You see the Windows icon at the bottom left hand corner. So if you click on that and you have an option to search, there you can type CMD. If you type CMD and hit enter, that will open the command prompt.
No,
And
ma'am,
in-
like where should we put it? Like I'm not getting to know that how to use this. There are
Which
many
one?
options in this
I have
you
only
have to-
little bit. I know only the little bit of these commands. In
Oh, okay, ma'am.
CMD,
So
ma'am.
we need to press
Okay,
go to
those
file
of you
and
who
new project.
those of you who have PyCharm already, you can open PyCharm. Okay. Those of you who have PyCharm, you can open PyCharm. Let me.
Ma'am,
show
I'm
you.
not getting this. Like, how do we go to that code section? Like,
I'll tell you how to do that, Yashwin. Please be patient. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is the next step. Everybody, you can open PyCharm if it is installed, or if
Ma'am,
not, if
my
you have.
Python is open, ma'am. What should I do? Can I show you?
Okay. So in PyCharm, you can go to File and create new project. Okay.
new
There's
project.
an option to create new project, right?
Ma'am, in the starting, it like opened a small window asking new project.
Can you
open,
share your screen,
get to
please?
VCS.
Can you share your screen?
Yes.
Yes, I'll stop sharing. You can share your screen.
Ma'am, this thing, ma'am.
Yes,
I can open this.
new project. Click on new project. Maximize this. Yes, just do OK. Click on
Ma'am, so
OK.
where does this get like where does this get saved, ma'am? All the things which we have done.
I'll tell you, Ashwin. I'll come to that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maximize the screen. So go to File. Okay, there is project on the left hand side. You can close the tips. Yeah.
Let it load.
On the left hand side, you see project button, right? You just click on the project button.
This. Just a sec, it's like loading up, ma'am.
Okay, let it load. It takes some time to load. Okay. And to quickly start with Python, I'm showing you how to use Python from the terminal. So by the time PyCharm opens up, it is up and running, we can open command prompt. You know how to open command prompt? I'm on Linux. On Windows machine, you have to go to start menu and type CMD, and you can open command prompt.
Ma'am, even I have opened CMD, ma'am.
Very good. In command prompt, you just type Python 3 in command
Ma'am,
prompt.
what should we type over there?
Let me, am I sharing my screen? No, right?
Yeah, ma'am. Like, what should we
Okay.
type over there?
Oh, ma'am,
CMD?
somebody else is sharing their screen.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm sharing, right? Now can you see my
Command
screen?
prompt.
Python 3 and hit enter. And you are going to enter the Python shell.
Ma'am, you
Okay.
aren't sharing your screen.
Am I not sharing my screen? Okay, let me
No,
stop
ma'am.
sharing.
No,
Share
ma'am,
it
you're
again.
not sharing your screen.
Ma'am, I
Okay.
stopped sharing my screen, ma'am.
Okay, so let me share mine now. So is it visible?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
can see three arrow marks
Ma'am, so what
pointing to
should we
right.
type?
So
Command
that
prompt?
is the
Ma'am, my Python
Python shell.
opened, ma'am.
Okay,
if
very
you're
good.
on a Windows, if you're on a Windows and you're doing the command prompt, then you just need to type Python. But if you're on a Mac or a Linux, then you need to type Python 3.
Yes, thanks, Ira. So if you're in Windows, you can just type Python and hit enter to enter the shell. Okay.
Ma'am, it came,
It
ma'am.
just refers to
just
the
showing.
version of Python. So I have Python 3. So if I enter Python 3, it enters the shell. Here, so okay, let us execute a very simple instruction. Let us see if Python is able to do simple math. Okay, shall we do 2 plus 2? Yeah, even you can do that, right? What if I enter a very large number and try to multiply them? See,
Ma'am,
Python.
mine is was telling that successfully uninstalled PIP 21.1.3 and all.
It's okay.
Excuse me, ma'am. Smita ma'am,
Hello?
sorry
Yes.
to interrupt.
Yes.
Yes. So many students are messaging like you just mute everyone. And
Okay.
if someone has question, please raise your hand, unmute yourself, ma'am will answer you. Fine, because there are many students and who are getting disturbed. So we will set one ground rule. Is it okay? With all of you, raise your hand. And whoever
Okay.
has question, raise your hand. Ma'am will call your name. Then
Yes. 1 second, Eva. Eva, I muted you. Sorry. Let me unmute. Yes. How do I unmute you? I asked you to unmute. Yes. Eva, can you speak now? Yes.
yes,
Sorry about
so
that. Yeah.
actually I'm getting like messages from many students that they are getting disturbed. So
Yeah.
we are going to set one ground rule. Everyone, those who have a question will raise the hand. Ask if ma'am will call your name, then you can ask your question, and then again you will go on mute. So ma'am will do the mute and unmute, and you have only one thing. You have to raise the hand. If everyone is agree with this rule, please raise your hand. All of you. Who is not agree? Albin, Abhishamat, Ira, Naman, Rishabh, all of you raise your hand. This is the ground rule. We have to follow it because we all have to learn, right? I'm waiting for Naman reply, Rishabh reply. Okay, Rishabh?
Ma'am, I'm actually not able to find.
Okay, sure. So, but you understand, right? Okay, ma'am, you go ahead and follow the rule, everyone. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Eva ma'am, for that. So, students, whoever has doubt and whoever wants to ask a question, you can raise your hand. I'll unmute you and you can go ahead. Okay. I see that Arush has raised his hand. Any question, Arush?
Miss, my screen is different from the screen that you have.
Never mind. Unless and until you have those that Python shell in place.
No, Miss, I have none. I have nothing. Mine is empty.
You have PyCharm open, right? Did you
Yes.
open the command prompt? Command prompt. Are you on Windows?
Yes.
Okay, so just click on the start button in Windows and search, type CMD.
Miss, should I share my screen?
Yes, go ahead. Okay, so you need not worry. Do one thing. So you have it in place, right? At the bottom, you see Python console, correct? At the bottom, you see Python console, isn't it? Let me annotate it. I'll get the remote control from you. Yeah, at the bottom, I request remote control. Yeah. So here, you see the Python console, right?
Yes.
So here you can try all the commands. Everybody who have PyCharm open, you can use this console. Those who haven't had it installed, you can try using command prompt. Okay. Students, everybody who has installed PyCharm, please open your PyCharm and go to the Python console and execute a few commands. Those who haven't,
Should I stop sharing my screen?
yes, you can stop sharing. I'll give up remote control. Yes. Okay. Yes. So let me start sharing my screen.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Who is this?
Ma'am, I'm
This is
Yashu.
Srihari.
Yeah. Yes, Srihari, go ahead.
Ma'am, I have a doubt about command prompt.
Yeah, what is it? If you don't worry about command prompt, if you have PyCharm and Python console in PyCharm, you can go ahead and use that.
No, ma'am, I have like a doubt about it.
Yes, go ahead.
Like, is command prompt able to solve complex mathematical problems like finding like a value of x in some problem, or complex like finding the value of infinite or something? Is it able to do
Definitely.
that?
Yes, definitely. You can, so Python supports complex numbers also. and Python is able to calculate.
Hello,
no?
ma'am.
Hello, yes.
Ma'am, in the CMD, if I type Python, then my Microsoft Store got open, and then it is telling that Python
If you-
3.9.
Yeah, then you have to get Python 3.9. It'll probably say, like, there'll be a button called get. You'll have to click on that and get Python 3.9. But if you have PyCharm, then you can just do it on the, you need to click on Python console on PyCharm and then do it like that. It'll still
Yes.
work.
So this is what I meant, children. So at the bottom of your PyCharm, you see the console, right?
Ma'am,
So
and then
all-
in my screen, that is another type of like there are already like so many codes.
can you share your
Yeah, if
screen,
there is-
Ashwin?
Then you can still click on
Yeah.
Python console if it's showing.
Share my screen. Yeah, ma'am. Look, it is coming like this.
It still has to load. Wait.
Ma'am, it is coming like this, ma'am. Like def, print, high, and all.
Don't worry
Yes, so
about
on
that.
the
You have the
bottom
Python
bit-
console at the
No, on the
bottom, right?
bottom bit.
Yes.
The bottom bit
At the
which shows
bottom-
3 arrows, you can start writing code over there.
At the bottom,
No, at
I'm
the
talking
bottom over
about.
here.
Green arrows, you see,
the
right? At the bottom.
Yes, here.
3 arrows.
Yeah,
There
you can
I'm
start
talking.
typing there.
Here I typed hi over there.
No, not yet. Don't type hi. I'll tell you. I'll tell you how
No,
to type
ma'am.
hi there.
Like you are.
No, if you
right?
no, but
so,
you have
Yashvi-
to if you want to type hi, then you'll have to do another bit. But you can just type some simple math problem. It'll work.
So check if you can do math over there, Yashwin. Okay. So let
Yes,
us start.
I will
How
do
many
that
of you
and
were able
finish.
to do math, addition, subtraction? Let me see if
I was
Python is
I
able
was
to
able to.
understand 2 minus 4. Yes, it does. It says minus 2 is the answer. Okay. So is it able to do division? Let us see. Complex division like this. Who is able to do it? Do the mental math for this. Are you able to divide this number just like that?
Yes,
Anybody?
ma'am, I'm able to do it on CMD, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. That is happening, ma'am. It is proper only. It is
Okay,
working
so-
completely fine.
Right. So shall we talk to Python? Say hi. Okay. So we'll just use a command
you
called
have to
print. There is a
print.
command called print. That's a function. It's called a function. Okay. It is used to print something on your screen. So whenever you write some program, you are talking to the hardware, right? You will read from your keyboard and you display something on the monitor, I mean your display, correct? So when I say print something, print hello
It's working for
world,
me. It's
print
working
hello
for me.
world. Good, Ira. Good that you managed to do this. Print hello world. See, Python is doing as we say. Shall we ask the user to enter your
Yeah,
name?
ma'am.
So,
Even mine
Python.
also is working.
Good. So we will just, now the Python will ask you to enter your name and it will respond. Shall we write something like that? So there is something called input function, just like the print function I mentioned. The print function, it took the string. This is called a string. Hello world.
Ma'am,
This
we
is called a
need-
string
ma'am,
because
for asking the name, I think we need to put define, right? Like DEF print.
Yashwin, so I'll tell you what to do. Please follow. Please mute yourself. Everybody, please mute yourself and please follow my instructions. Okay. So if you have to input something, there is a function called input in Python. I'll say input. Hi. What is your name? Or I can
Ma'am, are
just
you
say,
doing this in PyCharm?
I'm doing this in PyCharm. You can do it anywhere you want to. Okay. What is your name? Okay. What it does is it will wait for the input. Okay, I'll say I'm Smita. So now Smita is the input that I gave to this function. Okay, it will have to be stored somewhere, right? So I will create some variable to store this data. It is called data. See, we are dealing with data in this world, right? So we will deal with numbers. Numbers are data. So these characters, these these names, everything is called data, okay, or information. We need to store it somewhere, right? So in order to store it, we make use of something called variable. Okay, variable is the name. It is a container
I
to
know how
store
to do
data.
that.
So how do we do that? I will just create a variable called
know.
name. I will create a variable called name, and I will take the input now. Okay, name is equal to input. Okay, what is your name? So what happens is, now it will wait for your input. I'll say Smita. Now Smita will be stored in the variable called name. Okay, it is called a variable. So if I type name and hit enter, I can see that name variable is storing my name, which I just entered. Okay, so now I can ask, okay, I can print hi Smita. Okay, print hi. So it is going to print. Okay, it's a syntax error because the language has something called syntax. So whenever we enter the keywords, that is these function names, it has to be in a certain manner. The P has to be lowercase. It is not uppercase. I entered the uppercase P. So I have to enter lowercase print hi.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm very sorry to interrupt. My internet
Yes.
is a little low, so can I switch off my camera?
Yes, you can switch off your camera. So you can print like that. Now, instead of that, I can print something that has been stored in the variable name, right? So name is storing my name. I can simply say hi. Okay. Plus.
Ma'am, can you
name.
wait? Like actually my my PyCharm, it got closed. I don't know what is the reason.
You don't have to do this right now.
You just have to follow, Yashwin. You just follow this, and later on we'll be writing the program. I'm just showing you how we are going to write the programs in Python.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So it will print hi Smita because name is storing my name, and I'm just appending this. Appending in the sense, if you just added two numbers, right? If I do 25 plus 25, it will add those numbers. What if I add two strings like this? Hello is a string. String has to be put inside two double quotes. Okay, anything that goes inside these two single quotes or double quotes is called a string. Okay, hello plus, if I do,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, no, I'll continue. I had some glitch here. Hello plus world. Python will just add these two and say hello world. Okay, it just added two strings. Adding is not in the literal sense like adding two numbers. It is about concatenating, joining two strings here. Okay, shall we go ahead and write a program in PyCharm now? Now that we are doing this in console, we will create a simple script on it. Yes? Hello?
I'm stuck in my Python. Can I share my screen?
Yes, go ahead. Let me stop sharing.
Sure. Ma'am, I'm going to Python Council, but this song comes.
Okay. Python interpreter is not selected. So Nagbhushan sir, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm there.
Yes, sir. So can you help? He has to change the setting. Is it possible for you to?
Yes.
So maybe he has to
1
create a
minute.
new
Let me,
project. Yeah.
1 minute. Just give me the access. I have requested. Okay.
I have approved, sir.
Ma'am, can you please go back to the Python console?
Ma'am, so we need
So
to
click
write the
on
code.
terminal. Click
Hello?
on the terminal. Your name is, I forgot. Can you
1
please?
minute. Abhi, don't do anything.
Ma'am, could you please go back to Python console?
Ma'am, sorry for
Yes.
interrupting.
1 second. Yeah.
Should we write those codes which you were showing till now?
I will show you how to write the code here in the Python.
No, ma'am, like you had written some codes, right? Like hello
Right?
world,
Yes.
hello, what
Yes.
is your name and all.
You can try it. You can play.
Abhishamat, just share your full screen. Seems like a this thing. So the dialog is not opening. The dialog box. Share the full screen. Have you shared it now? Hello, you're not audible to me.
And from add configuration, you have to select interpreter. From add configuration, you have to select interpreter.
Krishna, so his screen control is not working. I'm clicking from that time.
Okay, that is not visible.
No, that's what I'm trying to do. See, the pop-up is not coming up. Abhi, I think you have not shared me the full screen, I guess.
I
Even
am.
Windows thing will come because a pop-up is not showing up to me.
What?
There must be a pop-up, settings pop-up, correct? Is that true?
I've never done this before.
Okay, just a second.
Here. This is.
No, the buttons are not working on it yet.
Okay, so I think we can do one thing. At the bottom, we see a terminal, right? You see the terminal option.
No, here
Instead of Python console, you can go to the terminal and in PyCharm, there is a terminal option, I guess, at the bottom.
The bottom of the terminal is there, but for the project, he has not linked his interpreter.
Okay, so right click and maybe we see an
Just try to
option.
create a
Right click on the project.
Abhishek, just follow my instructions. Go to click on file.
Click on file.
On the top left, yes. Click on that. Click on new project. There should be a pop-up which is showing up, right?
Yes, there is.
Then that I'm not able to see.
Yeah,
Please stop and share the entire screen.
Okay.
You're just
am
sharing
sharing the
PyCharm.
entire screen.
No, when you stop screen sharing and when you give share your screen, just click on the screen option, not on the PyCharm. Click on the entire screen. There is a screen thing will be there when you're sharing the screen.
Okay. Share.
Yes, now I can see it. Okay.
Interpreter you need to select there.
Okay.
At the bottom you see the option for the interpreter, right? Maybe.
Can you see this?
Let it be on the virtual environment. That's okay. Yes, I can see. Click on, okay, 1 minute. Create interpreter. Click on create.
Create. Where is that?
Click on create in the thing in the blue box bottom. This window, yes. Wait for it to load. Error occurred. Okay, failed to create interpreter. That's the reason. Okay, click on OK.
Okay.
Okay, you may have to do one thing, Abhishek. We'll connect later and I'll help you out to, fix this.
Okay, so should we share the REPL link? Okay, Nagbhushan sir is sharing the REPL link, right, sir?
I'm sharing the REPL link.
Okay. Okay. So let me start sharing
Ma'am,
my
can you
screen.
show the
Abhishamat, you can stop sharing the screen.
I have just shared Replit link. Go to that site, just sign in quickly, and you'll be able to do programming from the site. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So let me start sharing my screen. Is my screen visible? So I just
You can go ahead.
Yes. So you create a Python project, right? In there, you can right click, okay? On the top left hand, you see Python project. Under projects, you see Python project or whatever that you just created. You have to right click there and you have to select new Python package, okay? It is taking some time here to refresh. So what you should do is right click on that and create new Python package. Okay, new, click on new and you can see Python package, right? In there you just name that package as Python Bootcamp. Okay, Python Bootcamp. Okay, so and hit enter. So I'm done with this. I've created a Python Bootcamp here, as you can see, and you just right click on Python Bootcamp and go to new and click on Python file. Okay, and name it as Hello World.
Excuse me, ma'am, I can't find any of this.
Who's this?
Ma'am, this is Srihari.
Srihari, your PyCharm is open, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So if in PyCharm you have the project pane on the left hand side, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You right click on the project at the bottom which you have created, right? When you clicked on new project, it created a new project over here, right? You right click on that and click on new and you see this Python package, right? Were you able to find this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So click on that and name it as Python Bootcamp. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am,
I gave some other
ma'am, like after I create that Python bootcamp package, then something else also is coming as
Yes. Init. It will be there. Yeah. Init.py will be there by default. Don't worry about that. It will be created. And now right click on the Python bootcamp package which you
I
created
gave
now.
some other name.
Okay.
It's okay. You can name it as you like and go to new and click on Python file. Right click, new Python
Okay.
file. Here you name the new file as hello world. Hello world, that's it.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So in the shell, we just now,
Ma'am, but then in this
executed
one, 3 arrows are not there.
in this what?
Like in this one, those 3 arrows are not there.
No issues, no issues. Okay, it will create a file, right? I'll
It
right
is
click
coming like
and
1, 2,
new.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yes, lines will be there. I'll create a new file. I'll name it as hello world and you will understand. Okay. So it will create a Python file like this, right? It is called hello world. Here I will start typing my program. Okay. So in the shell, we can interact with the interpreter, right? We can execute single line commands. What if we want to write a program, a script containing many lines of code? We will use this editor. This is called the editor, and this PyCharm is called the IDE, or Integrated Development Environment. It has something called IntelliSense. I'll tell you what it is later. It has a code editor space. You can type your program, you can execute the program, okay, and you can also debug the program. So if there are any errors, there are options to debug the program also. Okay. So now I will, what did we do? How do we write the hello world program? You can write a simple script to take input and then say hi your name, right? I will just say I'll create a variable name, right? Name equal to input, and inside the function you are prompting the user, right? Enter your name, right? Enter your name. You might have been used to this, right? You might have registered for this demo. You entered your name in your form, correct? This is how an application takes input, correct? It takes input. Now you enter your name and you can put a colon. In the next line, print.
Ma'am, enter your name meaning like should we put our name like Yashwin, that type or something?
No, you just follow what I am doing here.
Okay.
Name equal to whatever I say, you do that. Okay, I'll tell you again. I'll repeat whatever I did again. Okay, so print hi. Okay, you need to add a space, right? You can add a space, hi space, you close it, and then plus. Plus means you are just joining the two strings, right? Name contains your name, that is the string. Now print. This is just a 2-line code, correct? Shall we execute this? You just select this part, the entire program, right click and run hello world. You see run hello world? Everybody? You just say run hello world. So here at the bottom you can see it is asking for your name. It is waiting for you to input your name. Now enter your name, right? I'll say, okay, Ira. Okay. If I say Ira, it will say, hi, Ira. Right? Is the program working? Let me know if everybody was able to write this program and execute it. Students.
I'm able to do it.
Okay. You can give a thumbs up, everybody. or you can put it in chat also if you're able to do it.
And mine, I pressed run,
Yes.
and then it is telling, and then it is coming like process finished with exit code 0.
So did it? Yeah, it will say process finished with exit code 0, means it successfully executed.
Ma'am, and
But
then it is
did you see
telling
the output here?
PyCharm. It is telling PyCharm.
Yeah, at the bottom.
Hi,
Can you see my
PyCharm, it is
screen, Yashwin?
Ma'am?
Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen, Yashwin?
Yes, ma'am.
At the bottom, did it ask for your name when you executed
Oh,
the program?
Ma'am, it never asked me. It was like, hi, PyCharm, that's it.
Did you just execute one line of code like this? Did you use the input function? Can you share your screen?
Wait, ma'am, I also need to put the input one. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, ma'am, like I
So
didn't
you
put
have
that
to
input. I just put enter your name, that's it.
you have to use the input function to enter the name, correct? To take input from your standard input device, and it will display your name on the standard output device, that is your screen, correct? Print and input are two functions which are going to.
I think
You did it, Eva?
problem.
Ira?
I think I
Yes,
know what's
Ira.
the problem because that happened to me also. Because so
Okay.
when you click on run, you shouldn't say run, like it'll say something like run main, but you should just go down and there'll be one which says run with nothing written next to it. It's just run. Then you need to click on that. Yeah, run hello.
You can just select the program and run, and the name of the file will be there. You just click on run. Otherwise, at the top, you see the run option, right? You will have to select the name of the program and click on run here at the top.
Okay.
So were you able to print
Yeah,
your name, everybody? Were you able to enter your name and print it?
Ma'am, mine it is not happening.
Like, can you share your screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, it is coming like this.
Yes. Input. So which program are you executing? Now you select
This
these two
program.
lines. Okay. Select these two lines. Starting from the beginning, you select the two lines.
Okay.
Right click.
Right
click. No, first you select and then right click.
Okay.
On the selection, you right click. Run hello world. Click on run hello world. Yeah. Is it working now?
Yeah, ma'am.
Is it working? Yeah. The reason why it is not giving you the
Ma'am,
space
and
because
then
we
we
have
also
not.
need to like next to hi, we need to put a bit gap so that it won't get like stuck to each other.
It should happen inside the double quotes, not outside the double quotes. All the strings will be, space is considered as a character, right? You have to add the character within the double quotes. You should put a space after hi inside the double quotes. Yes, put a space there. Yes. And then close the quote. I mean, put a space, add a space and close the, not like that.
Wait,
No.
ma'am, like
You just
by
have
mistake I did that. Oh my god, what the hell? Why is this happening? Yeah.
Shall I share my screen? It will work.
I
Okay.
print with
You
brackets.
can stop sharing.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
You can stop sharing.
Yes, ma'am.
Students, can you see my screen? Yes.
Ma'am, even I'm not able to run my
Excuse me,
program.
ma'am.
And I
Yes,
did all the
students.
Excuse
who
me,
is
ma'am.
this? Yes,
Ma'am, this is
students, tell me.
Srihari.
Yes,
Ma'am, this
Srihari.
is Srihari. Ma'am, I have to be
Srihari,
leaving
go
in
ahead.
4 minutes. I have to be
Okay.
leaving in 4 minutes. Can you send me the recording?
Sure, I will, Srihari. You can go ahead. Yes.
Ma'am, I'm not able to run my program. I did all the steps then also.
Yes, who is this?
Ma'am,
Can
Rishabh.
you share your, Rishabh, can you please share your screen, Rishabh?
Yes, ma'am. Can you see?
Yes.
Ma'am?
Okay, your program seems to be correct. You select those two lines. Right click on the selection. No, right click on the selection, not outside. Yes. Oh, it is not.
No, I don't think he has opened
So
up
did you
Python
create a? Yes.
No, he
So
hasn't.
did you? Yes. Yes. So you know what, Rishabh, you created session 1, right? It has to be session1.py, correct? Did you create a Python file there? No, go back to go back there and right click on new Python file. You say new Python file, or yes, not file, just it has to be Python file. It is not new file. Escape, hit escape. Click on the Python package actually. No. Can I get a remote control? Yes. I'll request remote control. Okay. Please approve it. Yes. So Rishabh, I'll just click on this, right click. I'm not able to, some reason I'm not able to control your screen. Wait.
Ma'am, as you see, there is an error here. Like when I am running this, it goes into error. Ma'am, your mic is on mute, ma'am.
Okay, so where is the area variable? You have just length variable and breadth variable, and you're trying to print something which is not there. Where is the area? Did you calculate, multiply length and breadth and assign it to area? Area is equal to, in the next line, hit enter before print. You know, even before print, you know, after breadth, you have, yeah, hit enter. Yeah, in the previous line, type this. Okay, area equal to, what is the area?
Oops.
Equal to,
Is equal to.
Ma'am, so when should we use plus and when should we use a comma when we are
yes,
adding?
yes. So plus will be used only between strings. Okay, here area is a float variable, right? It is storing a number. Can you add a number to a string? No, right? String
Area
will
is
be
equal to.
concatenated with a string. Length star breadth, length into breadth. For multiplication, we use star as the operator. Okay, length star.
Now let us try. Oops,
No,
I did not copy.
wait. Yeah, try. It will not work again because you are concatenating area here, right? You are trying to add area to this. Plus should not be used, correct?
Oh,
Plus
so
should not be used. Instead, comma should be used.
So I remove the plus.
Yes, now it will work. The area of rectangle is, you change it. You change the print statement as the area of rectangle is. Instead of area is, you make it as area of rectangle. No, not there. Inside the quotes. Inside the quotes, you modify the string as area of rectangle is. Okay. Yeah, it was able to calculate the area, right? Other students, everybody, were you able to calculate the area? Others?
Yes, ma'am.
Mine is, ma'am, mine could calculate. I'm Yashwin.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Okay.
And what are we
So-
gonna do next?
Okay. So next we are going to write one more program.
I'll stop
Okay.
sharing my screen.
It is a little tricky. Yeah, you can stop sharing. I've started sharing my screen. Can you all see it?
Ma'am, should we make another file in this Python bootcamp?
Right, right. I'll tell you how to do it. Okay, students.
Ma'am, I got to know,
how
ma'am. We
many-
need to right click the Python bootcamp and then new file.
Correct, correct. You name it as swap. Okay, you name that as swap. So
Can
Arish
we
has
even
raised
make
his hand.
websites with Python, ma'am?
Yes, you can create websites. In fact, I can show you a website. You just registered with Robopreneur, right? For this demo. How many of you registered with
Yes,
Robopreneur?
ma'am.
Our platform, in
Ma'am, I
fact,
did not register.
yeah. So this Robopreneur platform is built
Ma'am,
using
I'm able to access
Python, okay? Django framework. Yes.
Ma'am, so in this one, what are we gonna do now?
So we will create one more program now, okay? To swap two numbers. I'll tell you what swapping is, okay? Right click, go to new and click on Python file and say swap.py. Okay. So in general, in English, what do you mean by swapping? What do you understand when I say swapping? Yeah. What is swapping? Have you come across this word? Have you? Yes, go ahead.
Yes,
Who
ma'am.
has raised their? Yes.
Ma'am, swapping
Raise their-
means like one number will be, and then whichever you want to swap it, so the number would be like 1,200, and then if you want to swap two to one's place, like that, ma'am. Like you can change the.
Ma'am, it is interchanging of numbers.
Yes, ma'am. It is just
Yes.
an interchanging of numbers.
Okay, you can. Swapping is nothing but swapping means interchanging, right? Here we are going to write a program to interchange two numbers. Okay, to swap two numbers.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So first we'll have to have two numbers, right? We will ask the user to enter the number. Okay. How do we ask the user to enter the number?
Ma'am, we need to put print. We need to put input.
Okay. Others, is Yashwin right? Anybody? Is Yashwin right? Is it the input function?
Yes, ma'am. And
Okay. Okay. So I'll say input. Enter the first number. Okay. Oh, so is this enough or should I store it somewhere? Is this enough or should I store it
You
somewhere?
need to store it.
Okay. So
Store
I
it
will
as
call
a
it.
variable like number or something.
Okay, I'll call it num1. Okay. As input, enter the first number. So for swapping, we would need one more number, right? So we will ask the user to enter the second number, right? Input, enter the second number. Okay. We'll call this num2. After this, what should we do? Now we have two numbers which are already stored in two variables. Now is the challenge how to exchange those numbers, how to swap them. Anybody? Any idea as to how we can swap these two numbers, interchange the numbers? I mean, after we interchange, num2 will store the first number and num1 will store the second number. Yeah. Any idea? Students?
Nope.
No?
No.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. Okay. We can create a third variable which can be used for
Swap
swapping.
might be a code.
Ma'am, you can like do C is equal to like you
Yeah.
3 third area
Your voice is breaking. Who is speaking?
B is sub.
I'm sorry about this. Your voice is breaking a lot at my end.
Ma'am, Rishabh.
Rishabh,
Yes.
yes, go ahead.
Ma'am, we can take another variable and then we can do like, suppose another variable is C. Okay, num3, we can num3 is equal to num1. Num2 is equal to num3 and num1 is equal to num2.
Num3, okay, we will create a new variable which will temporarily hold the value of num1, and then what we'll do, num2 equal to
Num2 is equal to num3.
num3, and you're going to lose the value of num2, right? Now if you assign, okay, so the third number will store the value of the first number now, correct? I'll have to do num1 is equal to num2, because if I do it otherwise, whatever is on the right hand side will be stored on the left hand side, correct? Left hand side is the variable and right hand side is the value which will be stored in the variable, correct? So now what is the last step? It is going to be num. Did you get this, students? So we have two variables now, right? We have just 1 and 2. This is num1 and num2. Okay. We just have to interchange these two, right? So if 1 goes to 2, this will lose its value. If 2 goes to 1, it will lose its value. Without losing the value, how do we interchange? We will create a third variable 3. Okay. Now what we are going to do is, we will store first 1 inside 3. 1 goes to 3. Okay. Now we have a duplicate here. We have created a duplicate already. It doesn't matter if 1 loses its value. Now we will store the 2's value in 1. Okay. Like this. Now, what is the next step? Anybody?
Num3 is equal to num2.
No,
Is it
ma'am. Num2 is equal to
Num2 is
num3.
equal to num3.
And num3
2 is equal to num3.
Correct. Num2 equal to num3 like this. So now we have successfully why it is not closing here? It is not responding. Yes. So this is num2 is equal to num3. That's it. So now how do we know it has been swapped? Internally in the memory, it is being stored, right?
Yes,
In the memory
ma'am,
location,
it
all the
will
value.
first as the first number and the second number.
No, we did the swapping, right?
Ma'am,
How do we know?
and there's also one thing left, right, ma'am. Like it should ask that which number do you want to swap?
There's nothing like which number do you want to swap. Swapping is just exchanging, right? We have asked the user to enter
Ma'am, so
two
now
numbers.
can I run the program and check it once?
It's still not done, right? How do you know whether this works? You have to print it, correct? To know, you have to see it on the screen. What is happening inside, you don't understand unless you print it, correct? Print, what do you print? Num1 equal to what? First number equal to, or you can say this, first number, right? And then you put a this thing. What is this? Somebody in chat.
Ma'am, I put the print first number also. Now what do I do?
Yeah, what do you have to print?
Ma'am?
Yes, what do you have to print?
It should print the so basically it should print the swapped numbers.
Yes, a print first number is num1, correct?
Yes.
And then second number is num2, right?
Yeah.
Second number is num2, correct? Comma num2. So before this, you have to print, correct? Whatever number you entered was print. The same thing, I have to print it, right? I just copy this, num1 and num2. Copy. And here I'll paste it. Now we'll get to know whether the swapping happened or not, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how do we run this program? Just select it, right click and run it.
Yeah, ma'am. I am also running it.
So enter the first number. I will say 5. Enter the second number. I'll say 4. See, students, we have swapped the number successfully.
Ma'am, I'm still running it.
Yes, Arush and Abhi, you have raised your hand. Do you have any doubts?
Yes, ma'am, it is working.
Arush and yes, good, Yashwin. Arush
From
and
before, I forgot to raise it down.
okay, so is it done?
Yes, ma'am. Mine is working. Mine is working successfully. Ma'am, afterwards, what are we going to do? Should I open another new file?
No, don't do it. So students, do you have any questions regarding this, all these programs? We just completed.
Ma'am, mine is having an error, ma'am. It's just written enter the first number, ma'am.
Can you share your screen, Naman?
Yes.
Ma'am, can we make any website like the next class?
No. Yashwin, to make websites, you will have to write thousands of lines of code, right? So for that, you are learning, the programming language now,
like
the syntax and everything.
Ma'am, like I did not meant a website like this. Like Ghana, Spotify, and all will be right like that type.
No, it would take considerable amount of effort to develop a website. Okay,
Ma'am,
You
not
can do it
website,
in,
ma'am. I am telling like this Ghana and all will be right for playing
yes,
songs.
Ma'am, this is coming, ma'am.
yes. Okay.
Ma'am, can I leave?
Enter, yeah, no, not yet, Yashwin. It is still not over. So enter the first number. So you have to enter the number. It is still waiting for you to enter the number. Enter the first number now. Enter some number in keyboard, not num1. Enter a proper number. Yes, enter. Now enter the second number.
Oh.
Yeah, before swapping. Yes.
What happened?
Was it able to swap the numbers,
Yes, ma'am.
Naman?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
so this is what we
Ma'am,
meant
who is this
by
case?
swapping the numbers.
Miss, when is the class gonna end?
It's going to end in another half an hour.
Okay.
Ma'am, who is this Keshav?
Who is Keshav? Yes, Keshav, can you introduce yourself? Okay, so students, we just created a few programs. How do you feel? How was it?
Fun, ma'am.
What was your experience? Huh? Yeah. Was it difficult to learn to write programs?
Kind of.
No, right? Yeah. So it is fun. Coding is not something, very difficult or very serious. It is fun, actually.
Ma'am, like
The more
actually
you-
this was tough because till now we were doing this drag and drop codes. But now we are doing the
Yes.
Java code step.
Okay, so you mentioned Java. Now that you mentioned Java, what is Java? Java is another
Java
programming
also,
language.
Java is also most popular. Like that is also most popular thing. Like just like this Python and that one also you put Java codes.
Java is also one of the programming languages,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
now Python tops the chart, as you can see.
Yes,
And you have many different programming languages, just like Python. You have C, C++. Your operating systems, most of the operating systems are written using C and C++. Okay, most of the
And Windows
Microsoft
also.
Office, yes. A Microsoft Office pack you have, right? The Excel,
The Office,
or
Excel, Word.
Doc, L, everything. Yeah, those are written using C++. Okay, your Facebook, it uses Python also, and it uses many other programming languages, not just Python. But 30% of Facebook is, 30% of code is Python, actually. 30% of code is written using Python. Okay, have you heard about this, Instagram, Netflix, Dropbox, everybody, they all make use of Python, So
Yes.
initially when Python developed, it was in version 1, okay? It was in infancy. Now it has grown. It is very close to version 4, right? You just now installed version 3.9, correct? Last year it was 3.7 and 3.8 actually, right? It is evolving because of the contribution of so many people around the world. So who uses Python? Let us see who, you saw all these people use Python, and what do they use it for? Okay. So just now you wrote a few programs, right? With few lines of code. It is called scripting. Okay. You can write a simple script. You can develop websites. Okay. You can develop websites, and there are many modules and libraries in Python. Okay. There's something called NumPy, and there's something called OpenCV. All these are used for scientific calculations, and for artificial intelligence, machine learning, all that stuff. For example, whenever you want to you have this Google Assistant, right? You say, hey Google, call someone, or hey Google, set the alarm. So you are making use of artificial intelligence over there. There is something called a natural language processing. The computer is able to understand your language, right? You're speaking, your speech. So there's something called natural language processing, which comes under machine learning, where you are trying to make machines behave just like the way humans do. Okay, it is called machine learning. Okay, you might have seen face recognition, object recognition, all those stuff. They come under artificial intelligence. Okay, all this can be done using Python. If you learn Python, in future you'll be able to develop all these applications. Okay, starting from a simple desktop application, you will be actually developing a few games during the course. You will be creating an interface, user interface, and you will be creating simple games during the end of the course as well. Okay, and Python, how is it implemented? It is written in some programming language, right? So this Python interpreter is written in C programming language. The same way you have several implementations of the Python. You have a Java, a Python, which is Jython. Okay, these are the different implementations, and you see different distributions also. Anybody, can you explain? Do you understand what this means? Yes? Can you all see the screen? Students? Can you see, do you recognize, identify the story? Can you recollect the story? Have you read the story somewhere when you were small? Anybody?
Yes.
Yes? Do you understand? What does it say?
About the bird found water and then she got a stick and then she's chilling.
Correct. So what do you see on top of these images? So the non-programmer, the non-programmer is like the crow story which we read during, when we were small. It didn't know how to
The programmer knew how to program the bucket, and the Python programmer knew how to program the full bucket.
Well, non-programmer has to do a lot of hard work in order to, get the water, right? And this programmer has a tool here. It's a straw. It's a tool. Correct? Program is a tool. Programming is a tool. So he knows how to use the tool and get the water. But Python, it is able to sit wherever he is, and he is able to, his pipe is very flexible. So Python is very flexible because it has so many libraries which are developed by so many people around the world. For any application, you have, a certain framework or a collection of libraries for that particular application. So coming to IDE, I already told you the PyCharm, which you just now used, is called IDE. When you saw, you might have observed that, so there is a bulb symbol here, right? It suggests, it does something called auto completion. It has something called intelligence. I need not type the entire variable name also. I can just hit tab and then complete the name of this variables. Okay, and it will also tell us if we have gone wrong somewhere. Okay, it will suggest, it will prompt us. So this IDE can be a very good tool to develop our applications. Okay, so we just now wrote a program and we saw the output on the screen. Okay, what happened behind? How did this all happen? So here comes the role of something called compiler and interpreter. Okay, so we have so many programming languages, but we have one hardware, right? We have one laptop, and there are many languages. And all these languages, although they are called, they are called high level languages, which are very similar to your language that you speak, that is English, right? So it is very similar to English, but it has to be converted into something that your computer understands. Your computer can't understand what you speak, okay? It will understand only zeros and ones, right? It's a bunch of circuitry inside. There's a bunch of circuitry. If you ever opened up a laptop, you can see, you know, a large circuitry inside. How can that ever understand what you speak or what you write? It has to be converted into zeros and ones. Everything,
Ma'am,
even
do you know about Anaconda Navigator?
sorry,
Anaconda Navigator.
Yeah, so you can use Anaconda also, but here we are using PyCharm. Okay. Yeah, coming back, it has to be converted to something called machine code. Okay. So source code has to be converted into machine code. This will be done by the tool or the software called the compiler and the interpreter. The Python uses something called Python interpreter, which converts this lines of code that you write to zeros and ones, which your computer can understand. So that is called a interpreter. It does line by line. So if there is an error on a particular line, it will stop interpreting. It is like translating one language to the other. But in case of compiler, there are a few programming languages which use something called compiler, which will try to compile the entire program to the machine code. Okay, so let us not get into very deep. Let us not get into the depth of all this. Later on, maybe we can learn about these. So the interpreter will translate the program one statement at a time, and this compiler will do the entire program. It will try to compile the entire program. Okay, so we are done with the programs also, right? We calculated the area of a rectangle. And so this is the computer system architecture. We have input devices. As you can see, we have output devices. You notice all these devices, keyboard, mouse, everything are input devices. We are sending instructions to the computer using these devices, right? And you have the output devices, which are monitor, printer, speaker. All these are output devices. But whenever you input something, all the data will be processed, right? How will it be processed? It will be processed in the unit called CPU, or central processing unit. Okay, this is the processing unit or the CPU, which does all the hard work. You can just see the output on your screen, but who is working behind? It is the CPU. Correct? Whatever you write, if you write the program, you can store it in hard disk, and it will actually run in RAM. Okay, I mean, not run in RAM, it will go to RAM. When executing, it will be transferred to RAM, and it will be executed inside the CPU. Okay, and it will be sent back to RAM, and it will be sent to the output device, such as your monitor. Your keyboard sends the input to the RAM memory, and then from the memory, or it will be transferred to the CPU for processing, and CPU transfers it back to the RAM. Okay, and then it will go to the output device, like your monitor, like what you saw it printing, right? On the screen, that happens. So first it will fetch the instruction, right? You wrote a few instructions, and it will fetch, the CPU will fetch the instruction from the memory, that is the RAM, and the CPU will decode the instruction, and it will execute the instruction, and it will send the result back to the memory, right? And so this is the fetch, decode, and execute cycle. Okay, so these are the steps in executing your program. Okay, so these are the programs that we wrote, right? So any questions, students? Any doubts? Anything that you would like to ask? As I said, these Pythons have uh, many libraries and it is modular in nature. You can create a script, okay, and you can group many programs of the sort into a module, okay, and you can actually create many of these modules and group them together, and you can create a library, okay. For example, you can create a module, okay, you can create a module that has
What do you
all
mean
the
by
functions.
modules, ma'am?
Yeah, so you just now wrote a simple script, right? One script.
Yes, ma'am.
Which did one function. You can group many functions together, okay? And you can create a module. For example, if I want to build a calculator, okay, I will have a module which has functions to calculate, to do all these operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay, all, and then I can import that, and I can simply not write the program. I can just use those functions to calculate whatever I did just now. Okay, it's a file which contains many functions and variables. That's it. Okay. And package is nothing but it is a collection of modules. When you opened PyCharm, you created a package, right? And inside the package, you created a module. Okay. If you create many packages like this, the collection of all these packages is a library. And framework is nothing but a collection of many libraries of which are interrelated for one particular application. Okay. Any questions? Is that clear? Okay, who wants to write one more program now? Who wants to write a program? Yes. Okay, can you write a program to calculate the area of a circle now? Do you know the formula to calculate the area of a circle?
No.
How many of you know the formula? It is called, I'll send the formula. Can you try writing the program? So that will be your assignment. Okay. So anything that you want to know now? Any questions? Students?
I have a question, ma'am. Eva here.
Yes, Siva.
I have a question from all the students. All of you can listen me?
Yeah.
Can you raise your hand?
Yes, Eva, ma'am.
Hello, I am audible to every student?
Yes. Yes, Eva, ma'am, you're audible. Yes.
Okay. So I have a question. Do you like the session, all of you?
Yes.
If yes, just type yes in the chat box. Not receiving any yes from your side. What happened? Okay. 1 yes. 2 yes. Okay, Arush. And what about now? Abhishumat, and what about Yashwant, right? Yashwant, right? Okay, okay.